Okay, let's get into your reading, Aquarius. Okay, you have two people who want you, and one of them you could walk away from tomorrow and survive it. And one of them you have already tried to walk away from, and you are still here, still feeling it, still carrying it, still finding them in the middle of moments that had nothing to do with them. And the trying didn't fail because you're weak. The trying didn't fail because you made the wrong choice. The trying failed because you were trying to leave something that the deepest part of you already decided was home. And you can argue with a feeling, and you can logic through an emotion, and you cannot argue your way out of home, because home doesn't negotiate. Home just waits, and it has been waiting through every attempt, through every this time I mean it, through every almost made it, that ended up back exactly here. And the cards today are not going to tell you something you don't already know. They're going to give you permission to stop pretending you don't know it. Drop a comment right now and say, I claim this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Okay, let's go into this. Okay, first oracle card. The one you can't walk away from is not a habit or a pattern. It's a soul connection, and soul connections don't respond to logic. And your guides led with this because the impossible to walk away from quality needs to be understood correctly, because you might have told yourself that the pulling back is a pattern, a trauma response, an old wound repeating itself, a habit your nervous system formed that you haven't broken yet. And your guides are not saying those things are impossible. Sometimes they're true, but what they're showing me for you is different. The impossible to walk away from quality is not a pattern. It's a soul connection. And soul connections don't respond to logic the way patterns respond to logic. Because logic works on patterns. You name the pattern, you interrupt it, you build new behavior, and soul connections don't interrupt. They don't respond to the naming, they just stay underneath the logic, underneath the trying to walk away, underneath every rational reason you've given yourself for why you should be able to leave and stay left. And the staying underneath is not weakness. It's the soul doing what souls do. Okay, second oracle card. The other person, the one you can think about clearly, is not wrong. They are just not the impossible one. And your guides want to honor the other person for a moment because they are real and they have real feelings for you. And what they offer is real. And your guides are not dismissing them. They are just naming the truth. There is a difference between someone who is right for you and someone who is impossible to walk away from. And the difference is not about quality. It's not about who is better or worse. It's about the specific soul level. This is the one quality that exists in one of the two connections and not the other. And the person you can think about clearly is someone you could build something with. And the person you can't walk away from is someone you are already built with. And the difference between could build and already built is the whole reading. Okay, third oracle card. The impossible to walk away from quality is mutual. They cannot walk away from you either. And this is the oracle card that changes everything. Because you might have been experiencing the impossible to walk away from as a one-sided thing, as something happening in you while the other person goes about their life with normal clarity. And your guides are showing me, no, the impossible to walk away from is mutual. They cannot walk away from you either, and they have tried, maybe more than you know, and every time they do, something brings them back. The same quiet pull, the same underneath everything feeling, the same inability to think clearly that you've been experiencing on your side. And the mutuality of the impossible is what makes it not just a feeling, but a confirmation. Okay, fourth oracle card. The reason it's impossible to walk away is that walking away from it requires walking away from a part of yourself. And this is the most honest oracle card in the reading, because the impossible to walk away from quality has a specific mechanism, and the mechanism is this. The connection with this person is so intertwined with a part of who you are that walking away from them feels like walking away from yourself, from the version of yourself that exists most fully when you're in their orbit and you can walk away from a person. People do it every day, and you cannot walk away from yourself. And when the two things become the same thing, when the person and the self in their presence become indistinguishable from each other, the walking away stops being possible in the clean way it would otherwise be. Okay, fifth oracle card. The cards are not asking you to choose between two people. They're showing you that one of them is already chosen, and your guides want to simplify something that has probably felt very complicated, because living between two people who both want you produces a specific kind of exhaustion, the exhaustion of a decision that keeps being deferred because making it means losing something. And your guides are not asking you to choose. They're showing you that the choice has already been made, not by your conscious mind, not by your rational thinking, but by the part of you that knows things before you've decided to know them. And that part chose the impossible one a long time ago. And every attempt to walk away has been the mind trying to override what the soul already decided, and the soul wins every time. Okay, sixth oracle card. What happens when you stop trying to walk away? What becomes possible the moment you accept the impossible? And your guides added this oracle card because they want you to see the other side. The side where you stopped trying to walk away. The side where the impossible to walk away from becomes the decided to stay for. Because there's a difference between being unable to leave and choosing to stay. And your guides are showing me that what becomes possible when you stop fighting the connection and start moving toward it is the most complete version of what you and the impossible person actually are. And that version has been waiting on the other side of the trying to walk away this whole time. The Lovers, the Moon, the Eight of Cups reversed, the Two of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Star, the Hermit reversed, the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, the World, 10 cards. And they divide into the two stories, the impossible one and the other one, and then into what comes next. The Lovers first, and the Lovers is here and it belongs to the impossible one completely. Because the Lovers is the soul recognition card. This is the person knowing that lives underneath the conscious mind and does not respond to attempts to override it. And the Lover's recognition is what makes the impossible one impossible to walk away from. Because you cannot unrecognize what the soul recognized. And the soul recognized this person fully and completely before you had words for it. Before you had decided how you felt. And every attempt to walk away has been the conscious mind arguing with the lover's recognition and losing. Because the lover's recognition is the most deeply rooted thing in the human experience. And roots don't release because the mind asks them to. And the moon is the quality of the impossible connection right now. And I want to name what the moon is showing me, because the moon is fog, things not fully visible, the full picture obscured. And the moon appearing in a reading about the impossible to walk away from person means there are things about this connection that haven't fully surfaced yet. Things on their side that you don't know. Things on your side that you haven't fully named. And the moon being here is not a warning, it's a context. The connection is real, and not everything about it is visible yet. And the not yet visible is part of why the connection feels so much bigger than what you can currently see. And the Eight of Cups reversed. And the Eight of Cups is the walking away card. The person who turns from something and moves towards something better. And reversed. The walking away reversed. The turning back. The unable to keep going away. And the Eight of Cups reversed in this reading is the most specific card for the impossible to walk away from theme, because it's the card of someone who walked and came back, who turned and turned back, who tried the moving towards something better and found that the something better felt wrong without this person in it. And the Eight of Cups reversed is not failure. It's the soul correcting the direction. And the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is the impossible connection's destination. The both people in it, mutual, fully expressed love that the connection has been heading toward through all the trying to walk away and coming back, and I can't believe I'm here again. And the Two of Cups being in this spread is the cards showing you that the impossible person is not an impossible situation, it's an inevitable one. And inevitable things arrive in their own time, regardless of how many times someone tries to redirect them. And the Two of Cups is the arrival, the impossible connection has always been moving toward, and the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is the other person's card. And I want to say this gently because the other person is real and their feelings are real. And the Five of Cups is the loss card, the grieving of something that doesn't become what it could have. And the Five of Cups appearing here is the cards being honest about the other connection, that it doesn't have the Two of Cups in it, that it doesn't have the lover's recognition, that it doesn't have the Eight of Cups reversed pull. And the Five of Cups is not the end of the other person's story. The Five of Cups person still has 3 cups standing, still has something to turn toward. And the cards are being compassionate about what doesn't become the main story, while being clear about what does. And the star is the hope that the impossible connection has been keeping alive in both of you through every attempt to walk away. Because the star burns through everything, through the trying to leave, through the rational arguments, through the this would be easier if I could just stop feeling this, and the star burning through all of it is the confirmation that the hope was never delusional, the hope was accurate, and the impossible person is the real thing the hope was always pointing at. And the Hermit reversed. And the Hermit reversed is both of you separately and simultaneously, because both of you have been in the cave, sitting with what the connection means, sitting with the impossible to walk away from, sitting with the question of what to do with something that won't leave regardless of what you decide. And the Hermit reversed is the cave opening for both of you. The withdrawal ending, the private impossible becoming the spoken impossible. And when both people come out of the cave at the same time, the conversation that was always supposed to happen finally has its moment. And the wheel of fortune, and the wheel is turning into the position that has the Two of Cups and the Lovers and the Sun all in it. The position where the impossible connection stops being something you navigate around and becomes something you step into. And the wheel turning is the timing. And the timing is closer than the trying to walk away has been letting you feel. Because from inside the trying to walk away, everything about the connection feels distant. And the wheel turning is the distance closing. And the sun is what the connection feels like when you stop fighting it. When the impossible becomes the accepted. When the can't walk away becomes the choosing to stay. And the sun is warm, uncomplicated. The specific quality of something that has been producing heat and turbulence for a long time, finally settling into warmth instead. And the warmth of the sun is what the impossible connection becomes on the other side of both people, finally stopping the walking away and starting the staying. And the world is the completion of the trying to walk away chapter and the beginning of the something else chapter. Because the trying to walk away is a chapter. It has a beginning and it has an end. And the world is drawing the line under the end of it. And what begins on the other side is the connection without the fighting. The impossible person without the trying to make it possible to leave. The Two of Cups and the Sun and the Lovers finally fully expressed in the open between two people who both stopped trying to go. Okay, tea leaf cards, 7 of them. First tea leaf card, the last time you tried to walk away and what pulled you back. And there was a last time. And your guides are showing me the specific quality of the pull that brought you back, because the pull is not the same every time. Sometimes it's a thought. Sometimes it's a feeling that arrives in the body before the mind registers it. Sometimes it's something external, something they said or did, or something that reminded you of them in a moment when you were trying not to think about them. And the thing that pulled you back the last time had a different quality than the times before. Heavier, more certain, less like being pulled and more like being returned to where you belong. And the returning to where you belong quality is the soul overriding the mind's plan for the last time. Next tea leaf card, the impossible person in their private world. What they carry about you that you don't know about. And your guides are showing me their interior because they have one and it's full of you. Not casually full, the specific, vivid, you are everywhere in here, full of someone who has tried to make room for other things and keeps finding you in the space they tried to clear. And what they carry about you has a specific texture to it. Not just longing, not just missing, the specific weight of knowing that what they feel for you is not something they feel for anyone else and has never been and might never be again. And carrying that knowledge while trying to walk away is what the trying to walk away actually costs them. Next tea leaf card, the other person, what they sense about the situation without being told, and the other person, the one you can think about clearly, senses something. They haven't been told. They might not have been shown, but they sense it. the specific quality of someone who is in a connection while a part of the other person is somewhere else. And the sensing produces something in them, not certainty, not accusation, just the quiet awareness that something isn't fully available in the way they need it to be. And their sensing is accurate. And your guides want you to hold that, not with guilt, but with honesty. Because honesty is the most loving thing available to everyone in this situation. Next tea leaf card. What happens in the next encounter with the impossible person, the energy already building, and there's a next encounter coming, and the energy of it is already building. The way energy builds between two people who carry something for each other before they're in the same space, and the next encounter has a different quality than the ones before it. Because both of you have done enough trying to walk away that the pretending it's casual is getting harder, and harder to pretend produces honesty. And honesty produces the conversation that the connection has been waiting for. And the conversation that the connection has been waiting for is what happens in the next encounter. Next tea leaf card. The decision clarifying, not through thinking, but through feeling what the thinking couldn't settle. And the decision, the one that has felt impossible to make while there are two people, is clarifying, not through more thinking. You've thought enough. You've made every argument available to both sides, and the arguments haven't settled it, because the decision was never in the mind. It's in the feeling, and the feeling is clarifying now. In the way feelings clarify when they've been compressed long enough. Suddenly, completely, in a way that leaves no room for the argument to continue on the other side. Next tea leaf card. Both of you arriving at the same moment at the same time, the mutual stopping of the walking away, and there's a moment coming where both of you stop. Not one of you stopping while the other keeps going. Both at the same time. The mutual exhaustion of the trying to walk away, producing the simultaneous recognition, I cannot keep doing this. And the cannot keep doing this being felt by both people at once is the Two of Cups becoming real. Because the Two of Cups requires two people who are both done fighting what they feel, and both of you are almost done. And the last tea leaf card, you on the other side of the walking away, finally standing in what the impossible person actually is. And your guides ended here because this image is the one they most want you to hold. You on the other side of the walking away, not trying to leave, not stuck between two people, not managing the impossible, standing in it fully with the impossible person beside you, and the feeling of finally standing in what you've been trying to walk away from is going to be the most specific relief you have ever felt. Not just because the trying is over, because what you've been trying to walk away from is the thing you were always supposed to stay for. And knowing that from inside the staying is going to feel like the most honest and most complete version of yourself you have ever been. Okay, final messages from your guides. 7 of them. Stop trying to logic your way out of the impossible. The logic was never going to work. And your guides put this first because it's the most liberating thing they can say. Stop trying to logic your way out because the logic was never going to work. Not because you're not smart enough. Not because you haven't tried hard enough. Because the impossible to walk away from is not in the part of you that responds to logic. It's in the part of you that the logic can't reach. And spending energy on logic that can't reach where the connection lives is the most exhausting thing you can do. And your guides are releasing you from it. Stop logicking. Start feeling. Because the feeling already has the answer. Next, final card. The impossible person is not impossible. The situation around them is what's complicated. And this is the distinction your guides most need you to make. Because the impossible to walk away from feeling can produce a story that the person themselves is impossible, complicated, unavailable, not good for you. And your guides are separating the person from the situation. The person is not impossible. The situation around the person has been complicated, and complicated situations resolve. They shift. They run their course. And what's on the other side of the complicated situation is the person, the lover's level, Two of Cups destined, soul recognized person without the complication. And that version is what the Two of Cups and the Sun are describing. Next, final card. Be honest with yourself first and then with the people involved. And your guides have a specific instruction about honesty because the living between two people requires a specific form of dishonesty. Not deliberate lying, but the specific dishonesty of withholding the truth because the truth is complicated and naming it produces consequences you're not ready for. And your guides are saying the consequences of honesty are always better than the cost of the withholding. Always. And the honesty starts with yourself, with naming what you actually know about which connection is the impossible one and what you're going to do about it. And then it extends outward to the people who deserve to know where they stand. Next, final card. The other person deserves to be someone's impossible, and staying keeps that from them. And your guides want to say something about the other person, not to create guilt, but to create clarity. Because the other person, the one you can think about clearly, deserves to be someone's impossible. They deserve to be the one that someone cannot walk away from. And as long as they're in your life, in the position they're in, they are available to the clarity they deserve, but not receiving it. And the most loving thing is not staying to protect them from the hurt of the truth. It's telling the truth so they can find the person for whom they are the impossible one. Next, final card. The impossible connection is not a problem to solve. It's a door to walk through. And your guides want to reframe everything because you've been treating the impossible connection as a problem, something to figure out, something to resolve, something to eventually logic your way through until the impossible becomes possible to walk away from. And the reframe your guides are offering is this: the impossible connection is not a problem to solve. It's a door, and the door has been standing open while you've been standing outside it, trying to figure out if you should go in. And your guides are saying, go in, walk through the door, because what's on the other side is not more impossible. It's the Sun and the Two of Cups and the world completing and beginning, and the lovers finally fully real. Next, final card. Save this and drop a comment. Tell me which one is the impossible one for you. Save this reading right now. Bookmark it. Share it today, because when you share something like this, what comes back is tenfold. And drop a comment right now. You don't have to name them. Just tell me, do you already know which one is the impossible one? Because I think every single person watching this already knew before the reading confirmed it. And come back when the walking away stops. Come back when the decision clarifies. Come back when the next encounter produces the conversation the connection has been waiting for. And tell me what it felt like when you finally stopped trying to leave and started letting yourself stay. And the very last card, two people want you, but one of them is impossible to walk away from, and the impossible one is impossible for a reason. Two people want you, but one of them is impossible to walk away from, no matter how hard you try. And the impossible one is impossible for a reason. And your guides saved this for last, because the reason is the whole reading. The lover's recognition is the reason. The soul level, this is the person knowing that arrived before you decided to feel it and stayed through every attempt to leave. And the Eight of Cups reversed is the reason. The walking away that keeps reversing, because the away doesn't feel like away, it feels like wrong. And the Two of Cups is the reason. The mutual both people in it, that the connection was always building toward. And the moon and the star and the hermit reversed, and the wheel and the sun and the world, all of it pointing at the same thing. The impossible connection is impossible to walk away from, because it was never meant to be walked away from. It was meant to be walked toward, and the walking toward is what comes next. And next is closer than the trying to walk away has been letting you feel. Okay, to bring this home, two people want you, but one of them is impossible to walk away from, no matter how hard you try. And the cards showed us everything. Your guides told us the impossible to walk away from quality is not a habit or a pattern. It's a soul connection, and soul connections don't respond to logic. That the other person is not wrong, they are just not the impossible one. That the impossible quality is mutual, they cannot walk away from you either. That the reason it's impossible to walk away is that walking away requires walking away from a part of yourself. That the cards are not asking you to choose, they're showing you that one of them is already chosen. And that what becomes possible when you stop trying to walk away is the most complete version of what the connection actually is. The lovers confirmed the soul recognition that makes the impossible one impossible. The moon showed the fog, things not fully visible yet that make the connection feel bigger than what can be seen. The Eight of Cups reversed showed the walking away that keeps reversing, the soul correcting the direction. The Two of Cups showed the impossible connection's destination, the mutual both people in it love. The Five of Cups named the other person's story with compassion. They still have something to turn toward. The Star confirmed the hope burning through every attempt to walk away was always accurate. The Hermit reversed showed both of you coming out of your caves at the same time. The Wheel of Fortune showed the turning into the position where the connection becomes the staying. The Sun showed the warmth that the impossible becomes when you stop fighting it. And the World completed the trying to walk away chapter and began the choosing to stay one. And the tea leaf cards showed the last time you tried to walk away and what pulled you back. The impossible person's interior full of you in ways you don't know about, what the other person senses without being told, the energy building in the next encounter, the decision clarifying through feeling not thinking, both of you arriving at the mutual stopping at the same time, and you on the other side, finally standing in what you've been trying to walk away from. Stop trying to logic your way out. The logic was never going to work. The impossible person is not impossible. The situation around them is what's been complicated. Be honest with yourself first and then with the people involved. The other person deserves to be someone's impossible, and staying keeps that from them. And understand that the impossible connection is not a problem to solve. It's a door to walk through. All of it confirming. Two people want you, but one of them is impossible to walk away from, no matter how hard you try. And the impossible one is impossible for a reason. And the reason is love. Claim this, loves. Drop a comment and say, I claim this, and I know which one is the impossible one, and I stop trying to walk away, and I walk toward it instead. Because every word of that is true. Save this, share it today, and come back and tell me what happened when you stopped trying to leave. I want to know. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.